The Outpost. Written by Jake Tapper. Read by Rob Shapiro. Dedication. For Mom. Author's note. The most difficult choice I faced in writing this book lay in deciding how honest to be about the horrors of war, the injuries, the deaths, all the things that make war so terrifying. The media in the United States, taking their cue from the American public, often shy away from such coverage, and that has not served the nation well, to say nothing of the troops or the people in those countries that the U.S. government says it's trying to help. Certainly there are good reasons to avoid descriptions that are too graphic, including primarily the desire to shield families of troops who have been wounded or killed from details that may be new and upsetting to them. Ultimately, with all of this in mind, I opted to withhold some information, but not a lot. The Cavalryman's Poem. Halfway down the trail to hell in a shady meadow green are the souls of all dead troopers camped near a good old-time canteen, and this eternal resting place is known as Fiddler's Green. Marching past straight through to hell the infantry are seen, accompanied by the engineers, artillery, and marines, for none but the shades of cavalrymen dismount at Fiddler's Green. Though some go curving down the trail to seek a warmer scene, no trooper ever gets to hell ere he's emptied his canteen, and so rides back to drink again with friends at Fiddler's Green. And so when man and horse go down beneath a saber keen, or in a roaring charge of fierce melee to stop a bullet clean, and the hostiles come to get your scalp, just empty your canteen, and put your pistol to your head, and go to Fiddler's Green. Anonymous. Prologue. Focus. It was madness. At Jalalabad airfield in eastern Afghanistan in the summer of 2006, a young intelligence analyst named Jacob Whitaker tried with great difficulty to understand exactly what he was hearing. The 10th Mountain Division of the United States Army wanted to do what? Whitaker had to choose his words carefully. He was just a low-ranking specialist with the Idaho National Guard, a very low man on a very tall totem pole. A round-faced 26-year-old, Whitaker had simple tastes: Boise State football, comic books, and a reputation for mulishness belied by his innocent appearance. Whitaker stared at his superior officer, Second Lieutenant Ryan Lochner, who was running this briefing for him and Sergeant Aaron Ives. Lochner headed intelligence for Task Force Talon, the Army's aviation component at Jalalabad Airfield in Nangarhar Province, adjacent to the Pakistan border. Military leaders considered this area, officially designated Regional Command East, the most dangerous part of an increasingly dangerous country. Lochner had an assignment. Soldiers from the 10th Mountain, a light infantry division designed for quick deployment and fighting in harsh conditions, had recently come to this hot corner of Afghanistan and would soon be spreading throughout the region, setting up outposts and bases. More specifically, they would be establishing a camp in Nuristan province. The members of the intelligence team led by Lochner didn't know much about Nuristan, as U.S. forces had generally been focusing their efforts on Kunar province, which had become a haven for Taliban insurgents and foreign fighters sneaking in from Pakistan to oppose the American infidels. During one operation in Kunar the previous summer, in 2005, 19 U.S. troops, special forces, had been killed by such insurgents, and since then, the United States had increased its presence there. Helicopters flying in and out of Kunar province were fired upon at least twice a week, every week, with small arms and/or rocket-propelled grenades, RPGs. Nuristan was farther north, a province so mythically untamed that one of the greatest writers of the English language, Rudyard Kipling, had chosen it as the setting for his 1888 novella, The Man Who Would Be King. One of Kipling's British adventurers, Daniel Defoe, describes Nuristan as a place where no one has gone, and they fight, and in any place where they fight a man who knows how to drill.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?